The following is a special presentation of WVEC TV 13. WVEC TV 13 presents Holiday Salute, a tribute to our armed forces.
Hello, I'm Mike Petters, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to a Holiday Salute. Joining me are some of the great master shipbuilders of Northrop Grumman Shipbuilding who have 40 or more years of continuous service. They represent 40,000 shipbuilders here in Hampton Roads and on the Gulf Coast who build the greatest ships in the world. We're here to wish the men and women serving in the armed forces and your families a safe and happy holiday season. Thank you for your dedication and commitment to our country. Happy holidays!
Taco Bell is once again proud to be part of this holiday salute. During this holiday season, please take time to remember our men and women in uniform out there defending our country. Taco Bell is made up of active duty military, veterans, and their family members. Hopefully this show helps bring all their well wishes and love from their families to our heroes miles away from home. Please enjoy the show.
Holiday greetings from Langley Federal Credit Union. Langley Federal Credit Union's history goes back to 1936 when the credit union first opened its doors. Though we have grown and many of the ways we do business have changed, we all agree that service to our members is our number one priority.
We'd like to take this opportunity during this holiday season to thank all of our members. Also, we should never forget our men and women in uniform.
We at Langley Federal Credit Union are grateful to our armed forces who serve and protect us every day around the world.
And we're proud to be part of this year's Holiday Salute.
The frigate USS Nicholas is one of the Hampton Roads ships that'll be away this holiday season. Merry Christmas, everyone. I'm Joe Flanagan. Once again this year, thousands of Hampton Roads military personnel will be away on long and lonely holiday deployments. In the next half hour, we want to do our best to bring them closer to their families at home. Now in our 24th year, this special is all about recognizing the great work the military of Hampton Roads performs. I'll be covering the Navy. My colleague, 13 News military reporter Mike Gooding, has the Army side of this story.
Joe, the men and women of the Army's 567th Inland Cargo Transfer Company based here at Fort Eustis are training up this holiday season for deployment early next year to Afghanistan. The soldiers say the work is hard, but they're ready. And they're not the only ones. 13 Sandra Parker is spending some time this holiday season with the men and women of the United States Coast Guard.
That's right, Mike. We're at Coast Guard Station Portsmouth, and we're about to get underway with a crew to find out what it is that they do 365 days a year, 7 days a week, even on the holidays, to keep our waterways safe. And while they're out protecting the waterways, it's the Air Force that protects the skies, and that's where Vanessa Coria is.
Thanks, Sandra. We're here at Langley Air Force Base, the oldest military airfield in the entire country. They fly about 1,000 sorties a month and deploy worldwide. 10,000 strong. We'll hear from some Langley airmen in this holiday salute.
I'm LaSalle Blanks. Each year, the USO of Hampton Roads does its part by throwing a party for the families of deployed sailors and Marines. I'll have that story. And now, our holiday salute for 2009.
Deployment Day is the hardest day. For the sailors and loved ones of the USS Nicholas, December 3rd was the day they said their sad farewell. It's a fact of life when you join the Navy, but saying goodbye to family is never easy on deployment day.
It's hard, but we get to talk to him every once in a while, so it's not as if he's gone forever.
For some, it's the first time. And for others, it's the second in a row.
Stressful. Away from the family. We got a newborn right here, so it's going to be very stressful.
Engineman Zach Fisher is missing 3-year-old son Hayden and 6-month-old Andrew and his wife Sarah.
Family. Yeah, it's going to be really difficult. It's his first Christmas and he'll actually remember it, so it's going to be tough.
This frigate, USS Nicholas, has a crew of 180 sailors. A lot of families saying goodbye at Pier 4 on this day.
It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, but I married a tough woman, so
yeah.
Get through it.
This is the second one. The first one was 6 months, and this one is going to be 6 months again. So not too happy, but hey.
And the secret to a long holiday deployment?
There's no secret. It's very hard breaking all these hearts. But you just man up and go out there and do your job.
Hospital Corpsman Chief Nathan Marsh said goodbye to 4 children, and a 5th will be born while he's on deployment. Daughter Carly will remember her dad.
By drawing pictures of him and thinking of him the whole time. That's what I did last time.
Deployment day is the hardest day.
It is. It's always a little tough watching all the family saying goodbye and all the little kids on board and running around and you know that the guys are trained for it and the families know about it, but it's always hard saying goodbye.
Nicholas Commanding Officer Commander Mark Kesselring took it all in. The sooner these young sailors get going, the sooner they will get back.
Once you're out there and you get settled into the mission, it gets a little bit easier, and it's tougher on the families back here, but that's why we set up as much of a support structure as we can with the family readiness group and everything.
They will miss Christmas and New Year's, anniversaries, birthdays, and other holidays. But they know their families appreciate the job they do. And for the most part, so does the general public.
Oh, I know they appreciate it. My mom came up to visit, and she said a prayer for us and the sailors, and I know they do. And if they don't express it, I know they do, and deep down in their heart they do.
Oh my gosh, every time he comes to Houston, he just, oh my goodness, my co-workers and my job, they're just so proud of him. They're just so proud of him. I am so very, very proud of him.
It's going to be tough, but I think staying with family and just keeping in touch with them, and I think it's going to be hard, but just have to go forward.
They linger and watch as the ship sails.
Well, we had Santa come early a couple of weeks ago, and we're just we gave each other cards to open on Christmas.
Deployment day, the saddest day.
It's sad because I know she'll be walking when he gets back, and the kids don't understand how long he's going to be gone, but I just hope they all take good care of each other out there and have a good time while they're at it.
It is, perhaps, one of the most dangerous places on Earth, a military convoy. That's why soldiers from the Fort Eustis-based 567th Inland Cargo Transfer Company are training so hard. When they deploy weeks from now, they want to be safe, or at least with the proliferation of improvised explosive devices, as safe as one can be in the 21st century. Despite such peril, the 160 men and women of Airborne D, as the company is called, are proud to serve and ready to go.
When we talk grandfathers and uncles, and they had their war. This is ours. This is something that 9/11 touched all of us in all branches of the service, and it still burns deep in our hearts. We do the things that we do because of the fact that it's the right thing to do, and the American way of life is the right way.
As within all elements of the Army's Transportation Corps, for the 567th, it's all about getting critically needed combat supplies where they need to be in theater. In their case, that's going to be Afghanistan. So they train. This battle drill is called a floating rally point, focusing on what to do if a convoy were to take a casualty, how to close the formation, and provide security. Captain Andrew Carpenter will lead the company. He says the work his soldiers will do will be vital to the overall war effort.
Well, without us, Mike, the guys can't do what they need to do. They can't get to, they don't have any beans and they don't have any bullets, which is a big part of war. So our guys take a tremendous amount of pride in getting that in a timely fashion.
I'm not scared. I'm excited. I'm comfortable with my leaders, my superiors. I know they'll take good care of me and lead me in the right direction.
For many of the soldiers, like Private First Class LaShonda Hafez of San Antonio, this will be the first deployment. She can't wait.
If you were one of the people who chose to raise your right hand after 2001, you know exactly what you're here to do. And this is what I've chosen. I love being a soldier. I chose to be a soldier, not only for myself, but for my family. And I feel like this is a great opportunity for me.
Still, coming as it does around the holiday time of the year and being for 12 months, this deployment will not be easy, the soldiers know.
It's really hard, especially seeing how fast my 20-month-old grew last year, and to know that I'm leaving she'll be 4 months old by the time I go. But, I mean, it's for them.
For other members of the 567th, heading overseas will be nothing new.
Yes, I've been to Kuwait and Iraq 4 times.
So this will be your fifth major deployment?
This will actually be my 5th deployment.
Wow. Well, how is that? I mean, how do you feel about that?
I don't like it around the holidays, but it's a job that's got to be done.
And it's a job that is largely unsung, moving gear from point A to point B. But as the Army likes to say, nothing happens until something moves. And that's where the soldiers of Airborne D come in, resolute and Army strong.
It takes a certain kind of person to do the things that we do. It takes a certain type of family to do the things that they do. I couldn't be more prouder. Just like when I took command, I stated to them, my family just grew by 160. And then that's the way we all operate. We know that a lot of the stuff that we do goes unnoticed, but if we do it right and we do it precise and we do it the right way, it should go unnoticed, but not to us.
Happy holidays. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
From the Blasted Coat Facility. Happy holidays. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. First clip.
The Elizabeth River is just one of the many waterways the folks at Coast Guard Station Portsmouth patrol. On this trip, Petty Officer Christy Frame is our captain, or as the Coast Guard refers to the position, our coxswain.
I'm just in charge to make sure everybody operates safe, and I primarily drive the boat, so that's my main job.
But protecting our waterways means doing a lot more than just driving a search and rescue boat.
We are a search and rescue station, so we go out and do small boat boardings, and we make sure the safety of all boatings. So if somebody would break down or have an emergency, we would respond to them, kind of like a fireman schedule. So we're here waiting for anybody that needs help.
She says locally, especially during warmer weather, many boaters do need help.
A lot of people break down, run out of gas, their battery won't start in the middle of the night, so we're always there to help.
24 hours a day, 7 days a week, yes, even Christmas Day.
They'll be out about doing small boat boardings, doing their escorts. If there's any naval escorts that day, the job doesn't stop. We just keep it on going, even on all the holidays that we have.
So we do everything from public safety to, for small boats and boating to drug interdiction, migrant interdiction.
We're out here doing our thing for Homeland Security, and I know that people don't even realize that we also have people over in the desert now. We have people out there on boats guarding oil rigs.
It may be the smallest branch of the military, but the mighty force of the Coast Guard can be felt all around the world. That's why 6 months ago, when fireman Daniel Noss graduated from high school, he signed up to join the Coast Guard.
It's been different. I mean, I grew up in backwoods of Pennsylvania all my life, so being out here on the water, seeing the city, I mean, it's all kind of not overwhelming, but it's new. It's fun.
So fun that Petty Officer Duskin Dykle decided to leave her job in the business world and join her husband in the Coast Guard.
One day I said, you know what? You look like you're having, you're enjoying your job and you're having fun and you're feeling like you're accomplishing something. So I wanted to be a part of that family too.
She's been in since 2005, and with 3 daughters and a husband who also has to deal with deployments, juggling it can be difficult. In fact,
this is actually one of the only Christmases that we've both been home together.
But she says despite the hardships, the job she does is well worth the price she sometimes has to pay. Fireman Noss agrees, even though he is having to work this holiday season.
Maybe Thanksgiving, I worked it, but I worked with people I enjoyed being with. So it was kind of our own little holiday we had. And it was nice, we had a good time, we had a lot of fun.
He says they become part of his family, and he says that makes it a little easier for him to be away from his real family during this festive time of year. But his family back home is still trying to adapt to him not being there.
They're used to me being home for the family party every year. I'm used to being home.
But his fellow coasties tell him each year it will get easier to be away. That's because they know the important job they do can't take a day off.
I mean, it's just the nature of the beast. You patrol schedules, your family just learns to work around it, that's all.
Down in the South in the Caribbean, stopping the drug smugglers, doing AMIO, migrant interdiction. We're down there doing that. And up here, I mean, a family might want to go out on their boat. Something could go wrong. Somebody's got to be there for them.
It's Christmas, but it's another work day, and we're out here doing our jobs.
Langley Air Force Base in Hampton is home to the first fighter wing, and that has significance because Langley's been around a while, almost a century, since 1916. There's a lot of history on this base, and you can see it everywhere you look. You can also see and hear the signs of the season.
This is a Christmas special, so how do you say Merry Christmas in American Samoa?
Manuia lasso que vestimas.
The airmen stationed here sacrificing time away from their families at Christmas to serve their country.
It's pretty sad, I get homesick, especially on the holidays, but at least I have friends and, pretty much like family out here.
So I think without the Air Force family, you'd miss home even more than most people already do. So without them, it'd be even tougher.
That Langley family, as you'll see in this holiday salute, very important.
And so first we need to salute them and say thank you for what they do. Then the next part of it is to remind them that they aren't alone.
First Fighter Wing Commander Colonel Matt Malloy knows all too well this sacrifice, reminiscing on his first Christmas away from home as a newlywed.
So that first duty assignment was defining our own traditions, learning what Christmas is as a couple, and building that foundation.
Langley becoming more than just a home away from home for some airmen.
It's pretty much home to me. Virginia's a home to me already.
Airman First Class Gretchen Sarmiento looking forward to celebrating her first wedding anniversary in January. Her husband Rex is also in the Air Force. Others, like the Colonel, beginning new family traditions.
We're going to go get a big tree, kind of keep it homey even though we're 1,200 miles away from home.
Airman First Class Adam Hennick and his wife Chelsea ready with their Christmas photo for the family they'll be missing so far away. His job is keeping him here on the flight line for the holidays, where he works on weapons systems. Whether it's the F-22 Raptors or the F-15 Eagles of the 71st Fighter Squadron, from the flight line to base security to the Air Force Hospital, Langley is a 24-hour-a-day, 365-day-a-year operation, even at Christmas time.
To make the green sheen with Pseudomonas. I really do enjoy this job because you get to feel like you help people.
And also have a little bit of fun. Senior Airman Ashley Lemley is a medical lab tech at the hospital. It's a busy place where helping people translates into providing some 16,000 outpatient services per month.
Feels like a family away from home most of the time.
That family, affectionately referred to as Team Langley, is large.
Everything that happens at Team Langley, which we are 10,000 strong, is in support of our mission, which is to fly, to fight, and to win America's wars.
Crucial to the Air Force's success and America's success, and impossible without the hard work of Langley's airmen. Airman Sarmiento works in food service and says the Christmas meal served up in the mess is a big one. And that's important because everyone has family holiday favorites.
On a regular Christmas meal for our family, it's pretty much like two or three turkeys, 3 hams, my mom would love to bake and, bake all the pies on Christmas Eve, fruit cocktail pie.
Well, Christmas Eve, always back home, my dad would always make prime rib, and that was usually pretty good. And I think if you could throw in some crab legs, that would probably be the best one you could get.
And I would say a roasted pig. Yes, from the islands, that would be great.
While there may not be an island favorite on the menu, the Langley Brass says it does its best to bring a little bit of home to the base during the holidays.
They are making a tremendous sacrifice to begin with. To be away for the holidays means that they're standing point in doing the mission. And they do that so that you and I can enjoy our holidays and our freedoms.
Among the ships the U.S. Navy has operating at the forward tip of the spear this holiday season is the USS Nicholas. Commissioned in 1984, the Nicholas is a frigate that can do a wide variety of missions. And on this deployment, they will concentrate on what is called an African Partnership Station.
The Africa Partnership Station, there's a variety of nations that we'd work with, and the training they get is really coordinated with them. What do they think they need to improve their maritime security, whether it's for fisheries or pirates or whatever.
We're able to do counter-piracy, counter-drug operations, theater security cooperation, humanitarian relief, non-combatant evacuation. So we do a lot of the missions that don't require a lot of guns and missiles. We do the missions that are actually more supportive of enabling relationships with countries.
There are 180 sailors on Nicholas. 2 of them are females and roommates. One is a main propulsion officer and one is an ordnance officer.
We're really accepted here among the crew for the most part, and that's really all we want. We just want to be, one team, one fight.
Over the holidays, the cooks become extra important on a ship, and they have big plans for Christmas meals.
The mess deck is an opportunity for us to increase morale 3 times a day, sometimes 4.
One of them adds an international flair to things in the galley as he carries on a family tradition.
I was born in Russia, but I lived in Brooklyn, New York. My father used to be a cook for the Navy for the Soviet Union, so I kind of followed in his footsteps by joining the United States Navy.
Andre reflects a certain spirit on Nicholas that is all about teamwork and family, we discover.
I like this ship. This ship is a small boy, so a lot of people here, they know each other. It seems more like a family connection, very tight-knit. I love it. I like it. I love the USS Nicholas.
From a working party to whatever, being away this Christmas will be hard for a lot of these sailors.
That is going to be very hard. This will be my first holiday deployment where my children are old enough to fully experience Daddy not being there for them. So this is going to be the toughest one that I've had to deal with.
And on the home front, they have a strong family readiness group, or FRG.
Our FRG actually will be having a Christmas party with all the wives, and so the kids will get a Christmas party, and they'll share pictures with us and such, and they've worked on some banners and some other things. So they're trying to stay engaged while we're gone, and then we'll try to feed information back as often as we can so that they know what we're up to and can stay in touch as best as we can.
Now, we couldn't let the crew of the USS Nicholas go without passing along those special holiday greetings.
From the USS Nicholas galley, happy holidays, Hampton Roads!
CS3 of Dekimov Andrei. I'm a cook on board the USS Nicholas. And for these holidays, I want to say, hey baby Ellie, my kids, Mia, Ethan, and my baby boy Aiden. Happy holidays. I love you.
This is IT3 Shoebring aboard the USS Nicholas. Happy holidays. Hi Mom, hi Dad.
From USS Nicholas, Engineering Department. Happy holidays, Hampton Roads.
Merry Christmas, Amber, Addison. Hope you guys have a good one. See you next year.
Merry Christmas, Alicia, Quinlan, Camden. I love you. Can't wait to see you. Merry Christmas, and have a good one.
To the Nicholas family and friends, we really appreciate everything you do for us and the sacrifices you make. Know that you're in our thoughts and our prayers while we're out here deployed, and we wish you a Merry Christmas and a very happy holiday season.
From the USS Nicholas, happy holidays, Hampton Roads!
Each year, the USO of Hampton Roads does its part to throw a party for active duty military families during the holiday season. This is an extra hard time for the kids who have parents away from home.
It's hard, but it's something you prepare for and you eventually get used to, and you surround yourself with the kind of family that you kind of adopt yourself into through the military. So it's hard, but it gets easier.
The party was being held thanks to the Base Joint Expeditionary Little Creek in Fort Story and generous support from sponsors who contribute to the USO of Hampton Roads.
But the bottom line is the USO, we provide these events for free to the active duty military. Because again, with the help of the sponsors and the community, it's a way to give back to them that they have been giving for us by going in harm's way.
And of course, Santa Claus was there. Now, some enjoyed talking to him while others weren't quite sure.
When you're able to come here and spend time with your children and see other families together, it just makes you know that Christmas is one of those special holidays.
That's the whole idea. The USO of Hampton Roads living up to its mission as a United Service Organization.
It's our way of saying thank you to the families, the total family of those that are serving our country. But more particularly, we have a lot of families here whose mother or father are deployed. So we're taking a little extra care of them to make sure we give some individual things for them.
All of us at WVEC TV are proud to be a part of this annual holiday salute, now in our 24th year. We can't say enough great things about the Army, Air Force, Coast Guard, Navy, and Marine Corps, and all the great works you all perform. To you and your families, we say be safe. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I'm Joe Flanagan.
We hope that this year's holiday salute was able to shorten the distance from the military far away and their loved ones here in Hampton Roads. At Taco Bell, we are wishing for a peaceful and prosperous new year for all. Our thoughts and prayers are with our men and women in uniform wherever they are defending our freedom. We appreciate and salute you, our heroes. And on behalf of the Taco Bell family, we would like to wish you a safe and joyous holiday.
We want to thank our military for their service and their families for their sacrifices.
On behalf of Langley Federal Credit Union, thank you and have a safe and joyous holiday season.
Happy holidays! Sending you holiday cheer from the Special Events crew at Northrop Grumman Shipbuilding. Season greetings!
Best wishes for a happy holiday season from the new hires and orientation team at Northrop Grumman Shipbuilding.
Happy holidays!
The Test Engineering Division at Northrop Grumman Shipbuilding would like to wish you a safe and happy holiday season.
Sending you holiday cheer from the Second Shift Recycling Waste Services crew at Northrop Grumman Shipbuilding. Happy holidays!
Warm wishes for the holidays from the shipbuilders of the Submarine California at Northrop Grumman Shipbuilding.
Season's greetings!
Warm wishes for the holidays from Northrop Grumman Shipbuilding subsidiary Newport News Energy.
Happy holidays!